So there's this story in the Bible of these three guys, these three servants of this one master. And the master is going away on a long trip. And so he gives each one of them 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, a small amount of cash. And he says, I want you to go out there and sell and trade and buy and make money on my money, show a profit when I return. So it says he goes on a long journey and he comes back, and when he returns, the first guy's been really profitable. He's multiplied this man's money by 10. The next guy's multiplied it by 5. And the master obviously is really proud of these guys, says, hey, great job, appreciate it, good job. The third guy, though, is the one that intrigues me. And it says that the third man comes back to the master with the same amount of money he was given initially, that 15 or 20 bucks, and says, I knew you to be a harsh man, that you didn't suffer fools lightly, and that you didn't like sloppiness, and so I decided I was afraid and I was just going to give it back to you. So here's your money back. And it says, the answer that the master gives is what intrigues me the most. He doesn't argue about his character. He doesn't say, well, that's not how I am or who I am. Instead, he just says, well, if you knew me to be harsh and you knew I didn't suffer fools lightly, why have you played the fool? Why didn't you take my money and invest it at the bank? And at least then I would have some interest. At least then I would have some return. And what intrigued me about that was that this servant somewhere along the line had allowed somebody to so impact his life that he had begun to think that he was sloppy and no good and couldn't produce good work, and he had allowed that to become an excuse. That he wasn't going to get out there. He wasn't going to use this money that he had been given, same amount as everybody else. He wasn't going to use it for anything good. He was just going to make an excuse out of it. And it struck me because I think there are a lot of people on planet Earth who live very same lives. That God has given each of us this gift of life. It's the same across the board. 15, 20 bucks, it's a gift. And he has called us to invest it. Go take that life and invest it. Make it worthwhile. Give life to other people. Bring life from other people. Allow it to be an encouragement, a blessing. But instead, we've allowed somebody else to tell us that we're no good, that we're foolish, that we're sloppy, that we don't do things well, and we hide our gift away, and in the end, we have nothing to show for it. And this is my encouragement to you tonight, is God has given you something special. He's given you the gift of life. And it's not just for you. It's so you can get out there and be a blessing to your wife, be a blessing to your kids, be a blessing to your coworkers, to be a good worker at work, to be an awesome human being, not because you're awesome, but because God's given you this gift of life. Don't hide it away because somebody's told you somewhere along the line that you're not worth it. Don't let that become your excuse. You don't want to be good at excuses. You want to show a profit in this life. Not for anything crazy like you're going to earn anything from it, but because this life was given to you as a gift to go and bring a blessing to other people. Be a blessing tonight.